No! So you've just got your metal detector wet. You've dropped it in the water. A million reasons why you can get your metal detector wet. Mine was because I didn't seal it up last time. I fixed it. You know, it's all trial and error. I'm not an expert at all this. And I went to go detecting last night and nothing. So I came home this morning, pulled it apart, and drip, 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 water came out of it. All right, so without freaking out, which I did, don't hang yourself. All right, don't hang yourself. We can always get out of this. First thing you got to do is get rid of the electricity out of it. You can't have electricity running through a circuit board. Now, the problem is I didn't get water on it. I got salt water on it. And salt water, ooh, nasty. You've seen what it's done to my shaft there over 2 years. It's just, see you later, worn it apart. So anyway, I've screwed up, I've got water in it, I've quickly pulled it all apart again, and I've been down to a computer expert to find out what we can do with circuit boards. All right, so I've got it wet with salt, and the first thing I asked him was, can I wash it with hot soap warmy water? And he said no, definitely not. The only thing you can do is spray CRC on it, which is a water dispersant, and that gets rid of all the salt and breaks it down. So I've sprayed that with CRC and gave it a bit of a go, and it was still no go. So I've sprayed it all again. I mean, I've just sprayed it so it was just dripping all the way through. Then I've just naturally dried it, got a bit of a cotton wool bud, dried it a little bit with that, and a bit of a hairdryer on cold. High hairdryer, if you go to use a hairdryer, no heat, just cold. So I just had the cold air going through it. And while I've got you on board here, guys, I'm going to teach you another little secret. These little capacitors here, how do you know if one of them's blown or not? Now, normally what happens is they go a dark colour, go a little bit bigger. I found out why they put that big T in the bottom of these capacitors, or whatever they're called. But that there actually helps that from punching out more. So when it blows, that'll sort of push out at the end there. And to make it easier for it to push out, they leave this either an X, a Y, a T, or something like that. That makes it a lot easier to push out. Just like the wine bottles, how they make the bottom even stronger so they don't blow out. Well, they've made this weaker so it can blow out. So if you've got a problem with your detector and you're going through all these little diodes and capacitors and everything, things I don't know about, well, I found out if you have a look at the bottom of these, if they're punched out, they're gone. Just another little quick trick while I had you here. Awesome, let's get back to it. Let's have a look-see. Let's plug her in, let's see what we've got. So before I had absolutely nothing. And let's see if the panic attack has been averted. Alright, so I've got the power plugged in there again. Man, what a relief. Now, it's a $2,000 machine, and she could have been all over Red Roebuck. Could have been knacked. But we fixed it again. Awesome. So DIY, do it yourself. It's possible. And I know some of these things are really scary, and pulling it apart for the first time was scary. But as you can see, I'm an expert at pulling it apart now. I'm putting it back together again. Now on this end bit here, there's that little clip and this yellow wire that has to go in there. I still had that clip on, I still had volume, so I dare say that just makes it into 2 speakers. Leave a comment if I'm wrong, but I dare say that plugs it in and that gives it like a stereo 2 speakers. Well, let's find out. Let's find out for sure. Let's put these speakers on. Let's plug this back in again. And just take this wire butt out of this again. And alright, let's have a look-see. Let me get my penny. That's right, we unplugged it, didn't we? We took the power out. Quickly put the power back on again. power's on quickly again, and I'll give you a listen there. Well, I don't know why. Don't know. I've got volume coming out of both. See, perfectly. I put these two wires together and there's absolutely no difference at all. So write in and tell me what this little yellow wire does that we keep on connecting back up. Don't know. Write in and leave a comment if you're smart enough to know what this red and little yellow wire do, because I can't see it doing anything. Well, anyway guys, I got it wet and I've dried it again. So emergency averted, panic stations over, and I can get back to metal detecting again now. So thanks for watching guys, and just another little hint for if you get yourself in the shit, you can always drag yourself back out. Well done guys. See you later.